It's here. It's got no battery, no fuel, multiple warning lights on, but we have a Bentley in the driveway at midnight on a Monday night. Heck yeah, I'm so pumped. I am thrilled that a Bentley Arnage will be coming into my life.
This is the biggest dice roll yet.
Looks like it's coolant coming out. Bye-bye Bentley. This might be here for a while. Just a matter of matching the wires. This thing is such a hoopty.
This car is so like poop.
It is not like poop. Well, with the $18,000 windfall from selling the QP5, I have found a great place to spend that 18 grand. And there you have it. I bid on a no reserve auction, accidentally won the car. I was actually thinking about the Viper truck, but I am thrilled that a Bentley Arnage will be coming into my life. From the photos, looks pretty rough around the edges. It's got some loose trim pieces and fit and finish stuff, but it comes with 3 keys, which I'm told is a big deal. And it looks pretty nice, but I love it's purple with like a reddish cognac type interior. So looks cool as hell. There's only like 80 photos. So I think the seller's hiding some stuff. I'm expecting the worst here. So I'm not going to be too pissed if it ends up being a bit of a turd bucket, but it'll be a great project for the channel. I've always wanted one of these. So here's a chance for not a lot of money, 18 grand for a probably $350,000 car new. What's the worst that could possibly happen? All right, it's after midnight, but there she is. It has 2 different batteries that you have to charge here, so looks like they're both incredibly dead. We'll see here if I can augment the lighting here with my own, but we got the old purple Bentley here. Battery 1, battery 2, and we'll see if she's got some juice in the morning. All right, it's here and it's daylight. So first of all, the car is as dirty as it can get. We have a fogged headlight, which I wasn't expecting, and definitely dirty. Up front, you can. I'm looking forward to washing it. Here's some of the paint failure that was disclosed. This window is not rolling up or down, and the sunroof also looks to be cracked, so I'm gonna have to figure those out before I can wash it. Both batteries were dead. Got one charged overnight, the other one's still not quite there. Keep going around here. Again, just dirty as hell, but that's okay. The body looks straight. I don't see any dents really. The wheels have a little curbing, but should clean up nice. So I think we've got some decent bones. The struts are blown both in the front and the back. So we're using a broomstick here. Very nice British fashion here to expose this ginormous engine. And I'm getting a low coolant light and I want to check the oil. So we're going to do both of those before I even try to start it up. And out back too, just for funsies. Well, we'll see if we can even get this trunk open. Okay, doesn't want to. All right. Oh, this is so heavy. This is also broke as a joke. I don't even see the struts actually, that's odd. Which is weird because I just ordered some, but like where do they mount? Very heavy, but battery 1, battery 2, that one seems to be fine, so this one's charging. And another trunk prop there. Perhaps Bentley knew that people would be working on their $18,000 highly depreciated versions in the future, but it tells me exactly where the coolant is, so we're gonna go ahead and dump some in. And it says low, it does not say how much, so we'll just throw in like a quart, see if it goes better. PSA, don't use tap water, always use coolant. It clogs up your stuff. That ought to be enough. And likewise, let's make sure there's still oil in here and that it doesn't look too sus. So, there's definitely oil. And it's filled to the right level. Doesn't look that dirty, so I think we're good to take it for a spin. And for my first drive / hoopty necessity kit, we got oil, coolant, brake fluid, tools, battery jump pack, tire inflator, miscellaneous wrenches and such, so that if it breaks down on the side of the road, I got some stuff on me. The Quattroporte broke down without my repair kit, and I really regretted it because the jump box in particular is nice to have. And cold start / first start. That one doesn't move. I can't tell if one of these keys is for a different car or what. All right, systems checked. And I'm an idiot. The problem wasn't the key. You got to turn the key and then press the engine start button, and that'll start it. So we are running here. Let's see what we got. ABS, brake, airbag, and fuel. So we're gonna go take care of the fuel one and then get it to a mechanic for the rest. All right, addition to this noise, which I don't understand, the window will only go down this far at a time, so that's a promising sign. Sweet. I love doing window regulators. And I can see here there's a little something holding that window up, so I can probably push it the rest of the way up here. These back seats are so boss, so. I don't know if the sound is coming through, but this thing is just, there we go, a little better. She's not pleased. I think now it's just beeping about the fuel maybe, but we're literally on the way to the gas station. Also, I can barely see out of this windshield, it's so dirty. But she runs and she feels pretty decent. I am not gonna push it till I get it to a mechanic, but we are wafting in our Bentley / Rolls of the era. And just look at how glorious this is. All those Bentley themed gauges. And we made it to the gas station without running out, so that's a positive here. All right, time to fill her up with some premium. First, I'm gonna throw in some of this stuff. It's probably snake oil. Glug, glug, glug. First this, and now fill her up with the good stuff. You can kind of get a sense there for the purple, but it's so dirty. We'll clean her up first. Otherwise, I'm not seeing anything too suspicious of the car. I think it looks pretty nice. All right, unfortunately, this got pretty dirty, so I'm gonna use a paint stir here to try to keep it open, see if that helps. All right, good as new. And as eager as I am to clean the outside, this worries me the most here is just how the potential water damage from the window being open, so we're just gonna take care of this first. Gosh, the quilted leather is so nice everywhere. It's a shame this hasn't been treated as well as it should have. Oh my God, already a lot better. This door card's loose too, so someone's already tried to fix the window regulator. Dirty brakes, using Adam's wheel and tire. I think these are actually two-tone, but they're so dirty you would not know. I don't think anyone's used a wheel woolly on these in a while. This might need a couple of rounds of agitation. Oh, but that stuff's caked on there. Let's see how long this takes. The brakes smell a little cooked, which maybe that's related to my constant brake chimes, but hard to say. With the Range Rover, the brake lights were related to the wheel speed sensor, and that was enough to cause chaos. All right, let's see how they clean up. And I probably should have done the tires too. Yeah, these got a long way to go. Well, the wheels are definitely turning purple there as you get all the iron removed, so the solution's doing something. There's just years of stuff caked on there. All right, interestingly, the driver's side cleaned up much better. Not perfect, but pretty decent. Also, I didn't realize these are gold, which is interesting, but these wheels seem serviceable, so something about the passenger side is caked with brake dust and damage. Maybe it was just the way that it was parked and the sun really baked it on, so we'll keep trying tougher and tougher chemicals over there. And now for the moment we've all been waiting for. Say hello to my little friend. Okay, first rinse. I'm not even agitating at this point. I'm just letting the dirt take off the initial layer of whatever that is, mess, dirt. All right, we're at Discount Tire getting new tires because the current day code's 2017, which makes them older than both of my kids combined. So the ride quality's a little harsh. I'm sure some of it is just the struts being no good, but new tires can't hurt. Unlike the Quattroporte, we're not gonna cheap out and do whatever was cheapest. I have Michelin Pilot Sport 4s going on. This discount tire is wild, man. All right, so this props up for 1-2 screws. Then underneath, you can see the top of it here, 1-2, so you hit it with that wrench underneath. This all pops off, and then this wood trim came off once you take the door seal out, so we're getting there. And 1, 2, and I think that's the last of it. I don't really want to do this one-handed, but we'll see how far we can get. And you gotta remove the speaker next. It's funny, the guy that I'm watching the YouTube video tutorial on this swears like every sentence, which tells you exactly, I'm sure he has a potty mouth, but man, this is just, it's one of those jobs. All right, well, there's a little troublemaker. And you can see here, we'll just tape it up for now. I'm not putting the door skin back on. It's a lot lighter without that on. And also my drive project with the big turbo, about halfway done. You can literally see the line where it's done and not done. All right, it's almost all gone, which is great. A little hard to see. I'm worried there's some hard water deposits, but it looks a lot better than it being all hazy and foggy, so. All right, it is slowly clearing up. I'm worried about melting them though, so I'm gonna just take my time, but so far so decent. All right, all cleaned up, button back up, and the headlight fully cleared overnight. All right, it's time to get rid of the stick here. You need 4 different shocks to do this. And we take out this carpet, that carpet, that carpet, and the shocks are like basically along there. And there's all the carpeting removed there. Look at this slew of wires. And there you can see the struts on both sides. All right, success. So what you have to do is ratchet these to compress them. There are special tools, I don't have them, but we got 1, 2, 3, 4 in there, and there's no more hood prop. In fact, let's go ahead and just mic drop that. Trunk stays open, wahoo. All done, look at that, and even vacuumed up. All right, excuse the mess here, but the leather is still pretty dry and cracked from the window being down, so I got this CarPro kit. You use the cleanse to clean it, and then this to moisturize it. I got more interior cleaner, and then I got a drill brush if none of that works, and we just need to go drill, baby, drill. I also got the window regulator out and box, so it'll be shipped out. And that headlight, pretty cleared up. I'm gonna buff it out too when I find some time, but I'm just kind of getting all the stuff I can done before it goes to the mechanic on Tuesday. Coming along. Tomorrow it goes into the mechanic, but we got the trunk struts replaced, the headlights looking better, and more importantly, look at this purple. It is so cool in the LEDs. It's also got like a bajillion swirls on it, so we'll get to that, but only after we've got some better progress on the rest of the car, but loving it. It's a pretty cool combo too. And also, I thought these were just really faded, but it turns out it's gold. As you zoom out, it looks kind of weirder, but gold. New Bentley, old Bentley. New Bentley, old Bentley. All right, we've dropped off at Eli Victorson's, and I was warned that this might be here for a while, but we are at the right place. And oh, that headlight looks so much better without the thing there, so let's wish us luck. He's gonna start by looking for anything that is catastrophic and would tank the project from moving forward. And, oops. I'm gonna miss this car, it is so cool.